about your trailheads? Is it finished?
No, no,
Like,
no. I'm like back to back sick with more family responsibilities going on.
okay.
There
Madan
is
said
so much
that
around me.
you wanted a trail like certification. The vouchers are finishing off very quickly. If you want to book a voucher, I will ask Madan to like talk to Shovon or me and get that voucher done.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Sure, I'll ask him.
I think $50 would be the voucher cost that needs to be transferred.
Okay, sure.
Otherwise, people are grabbing it left, right, and center. So I don't think we'll be able to keep anything if we are not jumping on
Okay.
it. Anyway, so we'll
He was
start
saying
today.
he'll be going to grab it, but I don't know. Okay, I'll check with him.
Yeah, he told that you will need one voucher. That is what he said.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
know if you're going for
Okay,
it or not, so that I can hand it over to other people.
okay,
Okay,
okay, sure.
so we'll talk about dashboards today. In the last class, we saw there are different reports,
Yes.
right? So dashboard also happens to be a tab, and dashboard is also a graphical representation of your reports. Okay, so without a report, we'll not be able to create a dashboard, right? So usually the report is needed, and little different. Dashboard works a little different from reports. Is first, it is a dashboard. Have you heard the term dashboard before
Yes.
Yes,
in any
I
context?
heard.
Tell me where you have heard.
In my application, CRM application, I implement the dashboard based on my customers'
And not in
requirement.
software, anything outside software. Have you heard the term
Outside,
dashboard? Have you heard dashboard outside software?
I'm thinking about that, whether I have heard.
Dashboard term software has adopted from outside world. It is not something which came in software industry.
yeah,
Dashboard is a thing. Anybody of you like have a vehicle? Do you have a
vehicle
bike?
In the
dashboard.
car.
Yeah,
Dashboard, dashboard.
my dashboard, right?
In the
So
car.
if your car, there is a dashboard, right?
Yes.
What does it have?
Storage.
It no,
Dashboard. Dashboard is not
it
storage. Dashboard is
it
what?
displays the current situation of the car, like speed, petrol usage, and the temperature, or AC is not working, and these type of things. The current scenario of the car.
The current status. There are some metrics
But
like what is the
yeah,
speed in which the car is moving on. The
yeah,
dashboard is just behind the wheel, right? It is
yeah,
needed by the driver to see.
yeah.
So if I do not give you the dashboard, can you drive a car?
No,
What is the problem you will face?
He doesn't know the
we,
speed limit.
I do not know. It will like driving
I
blindly, right?
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know the speed. I don't know the engine temperature, the fuel
and
I
also
have.
the fuel,
So
also the
suddenly
fuel.
the car breaks down. I have no clue what is going to
Hmm.
happen, right? So it's like running the car with the wishful thinking, right? Plainly on luck. That's not how we can manage a car, or we can drive a operative distance, right? In that case, that is the same story with dashboard in software industry. So this is used usually by the leadership team to look at what is the situation going on from the data, right? Again, the same metrics, so which they can take early decisions where things are falling off, where I need to make corrections. Am I driving too fast or am I driving too slow? And how is my sales going up? Is my sales going down? Which areas is going up? Which areas are going down? Which sales guys is working well? Which sales guys is not working well? So all any details metrics about my company, CXO level, who are primary, or the managers level who primarily are looking at this data in a graphical representation of data. What is the benefit of have a graphical representation of data rather than looking at data? Reports was quite well, right? There's a tabular form of data. We saw that in the last class, right?
Graphical, I think it's more adaptive because it will give the whole picture in one go. So I'm in
Now,
top
what is the
level.
benefit of it? If you get
It will save the time, na. If I get a huge data by tabular format and I have to go and see maybe there is I am preparing a report of 5 segments, and each segments are multiple data, but I want a top level view of segment wise reporting. So if I have a segment wise graphical reporting, it will save my time to go and check all the data in a tabular format. I think so.
Absolutely. So tabular data is very difficult to understand.
Mhm.
Yeah, they can see the granularity of the data. If that is needed, that is fine. But when you want to take very quick decisions, just like driving a car, you want a graphical representation. A needle gives you an idea very quickly, right? The speed is going up or going down. So that is beneficial because we want to take very quick decisions. And very quick decisions means how can we sum up the whole data to a pictorial representation, which makes it very easy for us to understand the data. That is the whole reason why dashboard is in picture. So I can create a dashboard. I can say my dashboard or a CEO dashboard, however you want to do it. It works the same way as Salesforce, the reports work. You can
Mhm.
put it in a folder based on the folder sharing. It's like Google Drive folder, right? Similar, same concept. So if you can create a new folder, like I will do a CXO dashboards is a folder.
For dashboard reports, I mean, dashboard is prepared based on any existing reports. So reports is mandatory, right?
Huh. So I will show you how it is done. So these are widgets. Dashboard will be a culmination of report. So you can put some image, some text, but mostly you will be using a chart or table, right? So that will need a report. You see,
Okay.
so let us say my opportunities is a report, and I can use the chart which is there on the report, or I can make my own chart, right? I can do a lot of things here. I can put I can do a black kind of thing. I can use multiple reports, or I can use the same report again to show a different graphical representation. However, we want to keep it, right? So I will probably shift it to record count and display unit full number. And this is also a dark theme. I can drag and drop here. You can just, this is a grid view. And so, and this is save and done. So my first CEO dashboard is created. So this is a dashboard which I can come and see. Please remember this, that dashboard, unlike reports, is filled up data. So you have to hit this refresh button in order to update the data. Okay, that automatically does not refresh. You can subscribe to the data. You will see there is recipient, but there is no running user, right? In report, there was a running user. So the dashboard, who is the creator of that dashboard, is his data is basically going forward. So you can see view dashboard as me, or I can put the data from any other person. But when I'm creating the dashboard, that person's data is basically stored. Okay, I can. That is the reason why report is dynamic, but dashboard by default is static. I can make a dashboard dynamic also. I can use this one, the dashboard viewer. In that case, the login user will only see his data. Okay, but usually dashboard is used across the organization to see every data. So I will probably create a dashboard, and we will put this dashboard usually on the home screen, or everybody to see this, because this is a overarching data which everybody needs to see. So if you go to home, and I will go and edit this page, I can bring this dashboard, and there is a dashboard component already. So what you can do is that you bring the dashboard component on the top, and you can select the dashboard which there is only one dashboard. So activation, close. So when now if I go back, I will see this dashboard coming up in my home page.
Okay.
Okay, so dashboard can be positioned and used in basically different areas. So dashboard, you see viewing as on image manager, right? This is very important because anybody who is logging in will see the data belonging to that user, this user. Okay, so here if I do a edit, and I can change the dashboard to dashboard viewer. In that case, logged in user will, the logged in user can also change the view with other user if I am ticking this one. Okay. Please note, report and dashboard both work with sharing options. So here, if you see this folder, I have created this. I can share this to different users. Okay, these people will be able to use all the dashboards inside this folder. Okay, individual dashboards we are not sharing, right? If I go to dashboards, I cannot go and share, right? Sharing is done on the folder level. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the concept of dashboard. This is a graphical representation. Play around with it. Nothing exciting. So you can share the folder. It will be which user you want to share, what access you want to give. Edit means I can change the dashboard. Manage means I can add another user to this folder. So that's how it works. And then we have to do a share. It will come here. Who can access it? Okay. That's how the sharing works. So dashboard typically is based on the reports which you have created in the earlier phase. You can bring graphical representation of your dashboard into this data and then basically finish it off. That is the whole discussion about dashboard. Since we have enough time, I think I will also go and finish the last class if you do not have any other objection.
No, I don't have any.
Let's finish the last class. Then in that case, we do not need a class for third. Okay, so here we will discuss the last topic, which is basically service cloud. Okay. Please, what we have done so far was we have seen a salesman's journey, right? What has happened in Sales Cloud? We have seen what is the journey? Can somebody tell me? A salesman who is using? Do you remember that all? It starts with the lead. Anybody remembers it? How salesman will use Salesforce?
Yeah, so there will be the salesman will come and they will log in their system. They will try to find
Okay,
out.
what first? What is the first step?
View the leads and convert it to opportunity.
That's fine. So let's create a lead. Oyon is my lead today. Oyon, what is his surname?
Chinna, CHINY.
And he is in Bongbong. Okay, so basic information. So you see, last time is mandatory. So I have created a lead. Okay, I can log a call. I can say called Oyon. He was busy. Asked me to call next week. Okay, so this is an activity which is coming here. I can create a reminder task for myself. I can say I will call this person next week, maybe 23rd, and save it. So this is a reminder. This will keep on reminding me here in this notification as well as in the home panel. I can see that today's task. I will see on 23rd. It will show up here on the task list. Also, I can see this today's task. I can show calling him on 23rd. It will show up. Okay, that is how I am reminding. If we am happy, I can set up email. I can connect my email with it. In that case, mails will come and show here. I can send mails from here also. I can use templates. Here I can add any insert template, like predefined wordings which I can use to send mails, right? I can also do meeting invites from here. I can set a meeting. This will sync on with my Outlook or Gmail. That can also be done, right? So I am basically doing whatever with this customer. I am doing this here. If I need any details, like I want to update my email, I can go ahead and update the email here. save it. You can do this from here, or you can use the edit button also. Same thing. This is called inline editing, and this is a thing. I can change the status from here also. I can change it from here also, whatever. And then final step is to convert. If I hit convert from here or convert button up, it's same. What is it? Is breaking a lead into account, contact, and an opportunity, right? Until January 26, right? And I can also check if this is an existing account, it will show up here. Okay. So let us now break the lead into 3 tables: account, contact, and opportunity. So opportunity is basically the whole sales cycle. You see the activities which we did in the lead phase are all carried over here. These are different stages which you can also change, right? And you keep on working on those activities. You can add quotation also if you want. You can add products also, which products you are selling. So I'm selecting these 2 products. When I select a product, I have to give the quantities. Right. So this is Sales Cloud, which we are seeing in action. Okay. And or the CRM license, which we say, right? And then basically final stage is closing. Either I win or I lose, right? So this is what the whole journey of a sales guy is. Once the deal is won, after that, the customer can come back to you for complaints and so on, right? How to manage that? That is also CRM activity, right? That is a customer
Yes.
relationship.
It's
So
a
that
support.
support,
CSD, sales help desk.
customer care. So that for that we have the CS service here, or you can use cases as a module to handle it. Okay. So here cases can be created. Here you say which person called or Chinto called from Bong Bong Academy, and what is the problem he's facing. Mechanical case origin, he called on phone, priority is high, status is new because right now case reasons, whatever, installation problem, say installation issue, right? And so once I do this, this new case is created and people are assigned to this case. You can change owner, you can do it to a queue or a user. What is a queue? Queue is basically a group of people. Instead of one user, you can have queues. Multiple users. So you can create a queue in Salesforce, just like public groups we saw, right? Difference between public group and queue is that queue can be owners of a record. Public groups cannot be owners of a record. Okay. So typically you can say my queue, and I can say for which objects I will use it, for case object or any other object. For lead object, or you can also use a key, right? Which users are be there? You can pick and choose users, or you can pick and choose roles, however the users you want to pick and choose, right? You can say like this and save it. So this is a queue. So you can assign to a queue also. In support setting, so this is how a manual case can be created. A case can also be created automatically using
Phone or
no, this is not automatically. If you do a phone integration, it's called CTI integration. Then automatically a case can be created. We can see which user is calling, or sorry, which customer is calling, and based on that, we can associate the correct contact and account and create a case. Benefit of that, if you jump into accounts, now you can see everything, which contacts are there, which opportunities are there, and which cases are there. All related lists are there under account. So this is customer 360. So case management can be taken into different level when I move into service app, which completely works on the case. So I can have open cases, closed cases, and so on. Based on that, I am handling the different things. And then when status is finished, I can make it working that I am working on this case right now, right? So, but cases can also be created automatically from multiple mechanisms. One mechanism is basically Salesforce gives it is email to case. Email to case. Okay. So if you use this option, there are 2 ways of doing it: on-demand email to case and email to case. If somebody is, we are setting a email ID automatically that email, if somebody like sends a mail like for support@bongbong.com, that will automatically create a case here. Okay, but since I'm not doing manually, who will that be associated to, right? That is a question. We'll see that. There's another way of automatically creating the case is web to case. This is basically a is HTML, which it can be generated. This is basically you can which forms, which fields you need of a case to be filled up, which URL to use, you want to recapture to be there or not, just to make sure there is no bot attack. And then you can generate a HTML. For example, let me finish this with just a dummy URL. So this is the HTML that got created. So you can send this HTML to the website team. If they put on their website one page, somebody is entering that form, immediately a case will be created in Salesforce. No integration required.
Okay.
Okay. So that
So
is the
that,
benefit.
that is from the customer side. We are pasting this URL, and if customer facing any issue, they will fill up the form. Okay.
That's correct. So the customer can come to your website, they can fill up that form, immediately a case in Salesforce will be created. Now again, the same question. Email to case or web to case are two automatic way of creating cases by default, which Salesforce gives us. CTI integration is integration, basically, it's telephone integration. It is not by default, okay? So please remember, these are certification question. Web to case and email to case are the ways in which you want to automate case creation into Salesforce. But who will that be assigned to? That will be assigned based on rules. So I have something called case assignment rules. Okay, these are set of steps through which you can identify which case will be assigned to. This is like which fields values, and you can assign to a user or you can assign to a queue. As I mentioned, queue can be a group of people, not a single user. So this you can create case, you can create your own step. So it goes one by one, step one. If in this step I am able to assign to somebody, then the next steps will not be executed. Okay, so same thing. So it will go step by step. It will check which is the step through which I can assign the case to somebody. Again, a case assignment is only working for automated case. If you're manually creating a case, you are the owner of that case, right? So this is the case assignment rules is the way in which you can assign a case to a person or a queue. But if you are not able to assign to anybody, 5 steps gone when nothing happened, in that case there is a default case owner in support settings. It can be again a queue or a person. Okay, so if it is a person, that user cannot be deactivated. Please remember that. Again, a certification question for you. Okay, default case owners can never be deactivated. These users cannot be deactivated till you remove them from default case ownership. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how it works. Now, case also has possibilities to tell people that your case is registered. When you are in the website, somebody is filling up the form, they expect that the case has been generated for them, right? They want an email or a notification to understand that something was done. Or if they send a mail, if you mail to Vodafone, they will come back and say there is a ticket number, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is happened. So that is the case which is acknowledging that we have received your case or your mail, and we have created a case for you. So that is created using auto response rules. Auto response rules. Okay, is the same thing. This is just remember the things. You don't have to create these. Is just certification related thing. So you can create rule entries. You can say sort order one. Just similar how as a case origin is phone or equals to web. I can say this mail will go out from which. So I can set up an email template and who is the sender user ID and password that I can give automatically. A email will go out to the people who are submitting the form or sending an email. They will get a auto response rules. This is for the customers, right? To notify them that your case has been created. Yeah. Again, this is done in step by step. So please remember this automation is called auto response rules. And the third is escalation rule. Escalation rule is just to make sure that customer is getting the case resolved on time. Okay. So Salesforce has created something called escalation rules, wherein you can set up steps through which you are making sure that if the case is not resolved in 2 hours, then you are assigning to somebody else, to the manager and so on. Okay. So this is three ways in which we are basically managing the cases. Please remember this once again. I am just noting it down. These are all interview questions. There will be a lot of questions from case.
Means only three rules are there: case assignment,
Yes.
auto response,
So
and
the question is, how can we create automatic case? So what is your answer?
to a web.
First of
Create
all, is it the
Web
URL
to
thing?
case. Web to
Web
case.
to-
You have to say, select this one, web to case and email to case. Okay. Second, email to case are of two types: normal email to case and on-demand email to case. Advanced topic, what is on-demand email to case, and we'll discuss this later. Unnecessary. Let's not. So email to case has two types: email to case and on-demand email to case. Okay. Email server is not required for on-demand email to case. Email to case requires an email server. Okay. So now, and what are the ways in which we are managing cases? There are three automation rules. One is assignment rules. Assignment rules does what? Assigns,
assigns to a sales
assign
representative.
owners
Assign owner.
to case
Mm.
automatic cases, right? Because owners is not there. Manual cases will always have owner.
Mm.
Second is auto response. Auto response rules. Auto response rules is what? Notifying customers.
Customers.
Right?
Mm.
Third is
Escalation.
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 that is for what? That
To
is for
escalate the
ownership change. Ownership change for meeting SLA. SLA is service level agreements. That means
agreement.
I need, like for priority 1 tickets, I need to resolve in 2 hours. For priority 2 tickets, I can resolve in a day. For priority 3 tickets, I can have 1 week to resolve the tickets. So these are contracts which customers will sign with
Mm.
you. As so, you have to make sure that the SLAs are not breached. Otherwise, there will be penalties, right?
Right. So
That
kind
is
of meeting the TAT.
meeting the TAT. That's correct. So this is what, to make sure that the TATs are taken care of, we are creating escalation rules. And so this escalation rules is only available in the Service Cloud. Now this is Service Cloud also gives you another thing, because these people who are working on customer care don't like this UI. This tab-based UI is not very useful for them, because day in day out they're only working on cases and multiple cases at one shot. So if I am opening one case, I cannot create another. I cannot work on another case, right? I have one case at a time, right? So if I create this case, I cannot work on another case, right? I have to duplicate this step. So this UI does not work well. So there is something called console, service console. So this has a different way of tabbing. You see, the tabs are here. Here, the horizontal tabs are based on records. So you can now create you can just open multiple cases side by side. You see? So that benefit is that I, as a service person, can faster resolve cases because I am working on multiple cases at one shot. Sometimes you see, you call, say, service they say, let me put you on a hold. They do that, right? All the time. So probably
Hmm.
they're searching or doing something. For that, they don't want to wait. They will probably move into another case and they will resolve it. Okay. So this is console application. So this way, when you were creating an app, it was asking you to create what kind of navigation, right? If you remember this, if you create a new Lightning app, it you say test app, it will ask you, right, what kind of navigation do you want? See, console navigation is the other form. Standard navigation is tabular. Console navigation is exactly what you saw right now.
Tab based.
No, this
No,
record as a tab.
record as a tab.
This is basically different. Here, the tabs are here as a drop down. Okay, you can change tab here. Again, if you move here, you can now open multiple records, contact records side by side.
So is there any limitation of the tab opening, or I can use the in
I have
number?
never checked. Try it out.
Okay.
So that is all we had today. Okay. I think you're all set for the certification also. I think we covered all the topics that is required. So based on that, if you don't have any questions, that's a wrap for our admin class.